happy Sunday. I am kicking off today by making a lasagna. It is currently like 11:14 a.m. I'm making it now so it's done. I have not felt great mentally this weekend. Physically okay, mentally just not vibing it. And I am trying to keep myself busy and my mind occupied because otherwise I think I would be like sleeping. So let's just get cooking, okay? Let's cook a vegetarian lasagna. Alright, I'm going to start by cutting up some veggies, roasting them, boiling them, the drill. So let's start doing that. Hi and happy Saturday. It has been a while since I've like jumped on here and decided to film anything, and yeah, my bad I guess. So I just wanted to jump on here and talk about some things I have recently bought because I love sharing stuff like this with you guys. I'm very lucky. I work full-time, so I love to spoil myself every now and then. So I have recently purchased a lot of books. In fact, you guys are on a pile of books right now. So I thought I would talk about some of these books that I recently bought. So I really wanted to get this one. So when I saw it at the store, I really got it. Like I was like, yep, I'm buying this. And it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I think that's how you pronounce this author's name. I have a book that I read by her called Gallant, and I really liked it. It's definitely much shorter Gallant than this book, but it was still a really good read, so I definitely wanted to try one of her other books. Then I got the book Grace. I purchased not too long ago Travis, so I wanted to get this one as well. And then I got this by Erin Watt. I purchased also her previous book not too long ago, this one, so I wanted to get another part in her series, which is called Broken Prince. Then this was the last book in another series that I recently purchased. It's called Heavy Crown by Sophie Lark, and there is also more to the series. It's called the Brutal Bright Right series. So I have all these other books and I just need to get this one. Then I got Richmond Osman, The Last Devil to Die. I've been eyeing this book forever, but I wanted it in the small size. I have noticed something that happens at the stores here in Australia is that they'll release books that are really, really big, like Show, and then they'll come out with the smaller version a few months later. And of course, I always felt compelled to buy both because I like it all neat on my bookshelf. But I said I'm gonna wait with it, and I finally got it. There's also another book in another series that I've been waiting forever since like last December. I'm hoping it'll come out in the small version. I'm sure it will. I'm just being tested with my patience. Then I got lots of these books. This is by a Japanese author. I have eyed these books forever, and being in Japan, I have felt very inspired to purchase these books because, you know, I just have. They're really nice. They look like they're short reads. Short reads have been deceiving to me in the past because I'm like, oh, it's a short read, and then I struggle along in the books. So yes. Alright, just changing positions because you guys are on top of books right now. more books. Just a couple of more. I made a Kmart order, and every time I do like a order like Kmart or Big W, I'll always get myself some books. I know, bookaholic you can call me, absolutely. So I got Alice Silver, Wild Love. I have heard so many great things about this author, and I had to get this book. It's newly released. And of course, this is my favorite author of all time, One by One by Freda McFadden. I love her books. I think I like her books more than Colleen Hoover. They're just so good. And then I had to try, I haven't read anything by Stephen King, but I wanted to try this one, The Institute. I love anything to do with institutes, so I was like, I'm gonna try one of his books. I've never tried ever his books, and I think he's just kind of like, you know, incredible. And then I got The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. I have not read any of her books, but I again felt compelled to get it. I think that one was on clearance. So what I noticed about Big W and Kmart is that they'll release all these books and then they're kind of off the shelf, and then you have to go to a bookstore, then you have to go for a bookstore and pay like double the price. So what I do is I buy books in Kmart and Big W cheap in bulk, because I feel like you're getting a really good bargain, which is annoying because I feel like I have so many reads. So I have so many books because I want to read them, but I just collect them because I know that they've come off the shelf and then you can't purchase them again. So they kind of drop these books and then they'll be gone in a year. I could really wait a year, but if I can, I always get like 1 to 2 books every time I pop into Big W and Kmart, but sometimes I'll come out with a massive stack. So when I do that, I definitely like to share. I just finished this morning. This is called The Teacher by Freda McFadden. Like I said, she's my favorite author, and this one was a pretty good read. I definitely kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable being that it's a teacher and I'm a teacher and my partner's a teacher, so I was a little bit like, ooh, triggered by it, but it was a really good ending. And I definitely don't like anything to do with like students with teachers. It makes me super uncomfortable. So that was the storyline of this, is between a student and a teacher, and it made me quite honestly uncomfortable, but it was a pretty good read. Before that read, I also read this book because it had lots of great reviews, and it's called I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. I did not really particularly love this read. It is a big read. It took me almost 2 weeks because I was like really going slowly through it. I started in Japan, and then yeah, I was really compelled by all these reviews, and then this blurb, I was like, yeah, that sounds really good. Like, it's got so many great reviews. Be careful with books like this, because I find sometimes when books have really great reviews, you have this expectation and then you're like, I don't feel that way about this book. And that is definitely the case with that book. I just was like, we could have concluded this, we could have gotten to this so much quicker. It's a lot of unnecessary dialogue. Anyway, I also got one more thing from Mecca. I got my sister a present from Mecca, so I'm not going to obviously show what that is on here, just in case she watches this. But I got her something because I wanted to collect my beauty loop box. So this is what you get. Oh, I get all sorts of goodies. This is a lot. Oh my gosh. Laura Mercier primer. Pardon me. Bare Mineral Strength and Length mascara. Oh my gosh. Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution long lasting lipstick. Oh my gosh, this is like the best positive beauty, what am I talking, this is the best beauty loop box I have seen from Mecca. And then we got this. What? what? That was a really good beauty. Look, I'm saying positive primer because that's what I do every day in my teaching job. I do a positive primer. Wow. Anyway guys, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this little book haul and beauty loop.